Hello everyone, and welcome once again to another one of my videos. Today's video we are doing once again my favorite game is what's in the box, man. As here we go again with another CGC unboxing video. And as you can see, we've got a box here that's unopened and ready to be seen. So if you're as curious as I am what's inside and what grades I got on these books, come on back after the short video intro. Here we are once again, Comic Sniper here, along with my trusty sidekick Mark III, my little flying Iron Man. Say hello. We are back to do another blind CGC unboxing, and here is the box right here. So what's in the box, man? We are going to find out together, and I haven't looked online to see what the grades are. This is a modern submission, and I gotta admit they came back pretty damn quick from CGC, so I'm pretty impressed with that. Their turnaround time has been really good, and but I don't know the grades of these, so we're gonna find out together. And as some of you have told me from my last video, you do like the format where I showed the graders notes from CGC, so we're gonna do this exact same thing again. I'm gonna show you the books that are inside, the grades that I got. We're gonna do a reveal for that, and then I'm gonna cut using the editing trickery. We are going to cut into the graders notes from CGC, and we are going to see why, hopefully, CGC will provide the reasons why the grades are what they got. Okay, so we're going to do that right away, and I'm not going to take up any of your time. So along with my trusty X-Acto knife, let's cut into this bad boy and see what we got. All right, here we go. So the first book we have for you guys is this is Rise Zero. This is first appearance of Bloodshot. Now, okay, before we get started, with regards to the graders notes, with regards to the grades, I will be making a prediction. I'm gonna give it my full specific grade that I want for this book. Okay, what I honestly think the book is and what I expect it to be. Okay, so I'm going to put myself out there. Whether it's right or wrong, so be it. Now, the last time I did this, I got nothing right. That's how it stood. I was under by half a grade, I think, for all of it except for one, which I got lower grade for. So, and this one is the matte version. There is a gloss version of this, and to be honest with you guys, I'm not quite sure which is the rarer of the two. Maybe if you guys know, if you guys are a fan of this, definitely give me a shout down below on the comment section and leave that there. Educate the rest of us on that. So here we go. My prediction for this grade, a 9.8. Okay, so let's see if I'm right or I'm wrong. All right.
Somebody stop me!
Okay, so 9.8, 1 for 1. Here we go for the first one. Rise Zero, that's November 1992. This is the page where CGC shows the book and the category, the grader's notes, the grade, and any comments, which it says matte version. And right here is where I would be able to click on something that says the grader's notes, and as you can see, that is blank. This is my biggest beef with CGC, CBCS, or anybody else for that matter that does not supply grader's notes for anything below a 10.0, because I clearly, even though it is a super high grade 9.8, if it's not perfect, that means they found something. I would like to know what that is, because maybe it's the same for what I found. Maybe it's different. Like for instance, here is the book in question. Let's see here. Okay, so we've got Rise Zero. From my notes, I suspected there was one minor imperfection right there in the middle, if you can see it. Now it doesn't break color, and it's just an ever so slight, because this is a white cover as well. It is very hard to find anything that could break color, except for the back here, which actually on my notes there was nothing bad on the back of this, except for a slight miswrap. As you can see there, there's ever so slight white, sorry, a little bit more white here, and almost no white at all on this side. So that was all I had written down. So I with basically one tick there, and then that slight miswrap. Now, is that enough to constitute a 9.8? I had 9.8, so yes, I would say so. But the thing is, I want to know if it's the same interpretation from CGC. This is why I'm a big proponent of having graders notes for everything other than a 10.0, because anything other than a 10.0 has a flaw, and I paid CGC to have it graded, and just like anything else, if you have your car fixed, if they find, whatever they find, they should let the customer know what that is. So that's my point of view on that. And that's what we have. Unfortunately, guys, I'm sorry, but I can't show you anything in the grader's notes here. We'll see what we get for the other ones, okay? All right, so on to the next book. All right, the next book we have for you today is The Eternals, King Size Annual number 1. Now, this is a pretty good copy. With the faults that it has on it, there is some. I'm expecting a 9.4 out of this, okay? So let's see how accurate my guess is on the grade. Here we go. Nine two. Alright, so that's lower than my prediction. Well, we will definitely see why that is so. The Eternals number 1. Of course, this is 1977. And we do have graders notes on this one. Let's see what they tell us. Okay, so CGC's graders notes for this book is bent right bottom, back cover. Okay, so swinging around to take a look at this book. So bent right bottom of back cover. So I take it they're talking about this right here. Yeah, there is a bend right here, and that goes up quite a bit, up to about there. The rest of it is okay. Now, I guess that is long enough to constitute as a 9.0. I did have that slight bend because this is square bound, and because the spine on this is rounded a bit. That is from before. Unfortunately, now they didn't even mention there was a slight color loss from what I had. As you can see there, there's a slight color loss from the staple, and that was there before I pressed this and before I bought this. That was part of the thing, as well as right there. There's a little bit there again, and then the rest of the book, other than that, I believe from what else did I have? Oh, and there was a, that's right, there was a slight spine issue right there, like ever so slight tear. So that's what I had. And so CGC did not mention a lot about this book. So they only mentioned that that one flaw, and there is a slight crease right there too from the blunting. Okay, so that's all that they mentioned, is the one thing, and that is it. I think that, in my opinion, that is pretty lazy. They I'm pretty sure that they didn't miss these kind of things, and And of course, there's also the miswrap. As you can see, it starts from here, which is a little less, and then a bit more down here. So I know that doesn't take away from the grade much, but still it is there. And for them not to mention anything here, I think it's you know, they're doing a disservice, because they're just being lazy when they don't let us know all the things they find. If this is all that they found and they said, oh, 9.2, that's it. Book number 3 coming up, and it is Incredible Hulk number 228. Now this is the Dr. Carlos Solom. It says first Dr. Carlos Solom as the new Moonstone. That's her right there. My prediction for this grade for the Incredible Hulk 228 is, now this is a really high grade copy, and I know I pressed and cleaned this thing before I sent it in, so I'm going to predict 9.6. So let's see how well I do. I got a 9.6. All right.
Yes! 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 Oh! 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 Oh, God.
It's all right. 2 out of 3. I guess that isn't bad. And we will hopefully, even it's a 9.6, hopefully CGC will provide me some graders notes. Up next, we have the Incredible Hulk number 228. And this is, of course, the modern submission. And it got the grade 9.6, white pages. And once again, CGC strikes again. That's where the graders notes would have been if they had supplied anything at all. And unfortunately, my experience has been anything all the way down up to a 9.4 usually doesn't even get a mention of any graders notes. This is how bad and how lazy CGC is with regards to this. I think they're not doing their job. Come on, guys. It's just putting it on the site. You already have it. It's already there. You had to look at it. You had to find something because you put a 9.6 there. If you didn't find anything, it would have been a 10.0. I keep harping on this. I understand that. But again, from what I had here on this book, I had about, I believe, 3 spine ticks, one of which breaks color right, I believe is right there. That one, ever so slight break color. Sorry, maybe wait, that's not it. That's part of the artwork. where was it now? Oh, right there. You can see, if you can see it, if it's gonna, there's 2 ever so slight ticks there, and I believe there's one on the back side which doesn't break color. Well, it's white, so it's there ever so slightly, if you can see that. I don't know if I can get the angle to show you, but from my eyes I can see it right there. Okay, so that's what I have. And the lower grades, when there's a huge crease, let's say running down the the center of the book, or if you have a printer crease, it's obvious. Those are the big things that's gonna, no matter what you do, even if you clean the book, that isn't gonna go away. Therefore, it can only go up to a certain grade. So I find it quite a bit easier when we get down to the lower grades, because there's so much, let's say the cover is detached. You can only get up to a certain grade because of the cover is detached, or one staple's popped, or you have a 6-inch crease, or you have a half-inch tear, that kind of stuff. So therefore, even though the book might have a bunch of other flaws, maybe it has a stain, that kind of stuff, or foxing, because of the major flaw that's on the book itself, whatever that major flaw might be, it can't go up past a certain grade. If you follow my lead on that. So therefore, I find those a little bit easier because of that. But when it gets up to these ones where you need to be super scrutinizing on every minute detail, so that you can figure out whether it's a 9.6 or a 9.8, or 9.4 to a 9.6, or even a 9.8 to a 9.9. That's what I have problem with when it comes to CGC, especially when they don't provide any graders notes to tell us if we are on the right track or not. Let's see if we can't do better on the next book. And the next book up, we have Mr. Moon Knight #1. Now, this is, of course, not his first appearance. This is the first issue in his first series. According to my grading, I believe my guess on this book would be a 9.6. So as you can see, this is of course 1980. Even for that year, that is a pretty good high grade for this. So we'll see how accurate that prediction is in a second. And here it is, 9.6.
Way to go, Idaho!
Woohoo! All right, I like that. Again, we're gonna cut into the graders notes. Hopefully that's existent. For Moon Knight #1, we are following a trend. Here it is, Moonlight #1, November 1980. Of course, this is a modern submission, 9.6 white pages. Yeah, very consistent from CGC. Blank as always, right there where the graders notes are supposed to be. I'm just covering up the other ones so that, because of course there's going to be a reveal for the next book. I've already shot the reveal of the books and then the grades all at once. So for me, I've already seen all the grades at this point. Okay. And so, but I don't want to jump ahead for you guys that are, keep you guys in suspense for the next book. That's why I have it kind of cordoned off here, and I have it blocked for the next books because I don't have any technology to mask it. Okay, so that's why you're seeing only this. But as you can see, again, we have I have nothing to share with you as far as the graders notes from CGC. All I can show you is from my own notes. We have things like, again, miswrap here. Now they call this from previous grading and previous notes that I have of other books. This is what they call a minor miswrap. Okay, this is not moderate or heavy miswrap, so that's they call that less. I also have there's a slight color loss smudge right there, if you can see that. And then that is, I believe, all I had on this book. As you can see, it's very, there's one color breaking tick right there. Okay, that's what I had on my my notes. There was nothing on the back. It was very, very tight and very sharp, as you can see. Not even a crease, not even a tick on the back of this. So with those two flaws and the minor, which they don't mark down for this miswrap at all, so that's why the 9.6, in my opinion. I wish I can collaborate and tell you that I agree or disagree with CGC on what they found, but I can't do that because they have nothing. Okay. All right, we are halfway through now. 4 down, 4 to go. So next up we have the Uncanny X-Men number 134. All right, big significance on this book, of course. This is the first appearance of Dark Phoenix. Definitely a hot book. No pun intended. Phoenix, right? My prediction for this X-Men 134, pretty high grade. Not gonna be in the 9.8s, definitely 1980 book, but this should be a 9.2. That is my prediction. So let's see how well I do. We got 8.5.
Oh, come on!
Whoa, that is way off. Holy crap. I tell you, that's pretty disappointing. Jesus creepers. There better be some damn grader's notes on this one because I really want to see what that is. We have X-Men 134. Of course, this is my boo moment. Look at that, 8.5. Okay, so CGC's grader's notes. Yay, we have some to look at. Look at this. Grader's notes. It says first one, crease right center of front cover. Spine stress lines wear all corners. Oh, that's pretty extensive. It better be, right, for an 8.5. So, because I got hit pretty hard with this one. Okay, let's see what we have here. Let's figure that out. It says crease right center of front cover. So the front cover, I'm just inspecting it first with my bare eyes. Okay, they're probably talking about this one. You know what? I have overhang, but I guess that's it right there. It's about I'd say there to there. I'd say about 3/4 inch. There's a slight crease there. Okay, all right, we'll take that. I said overhang, but they say crease. I don't know, nor here nor there. Spine stress lines, I do have that that brake color as well. They don't say brake color, but there's that one. There's one right there. I believe there's a slight one, and there's some on the back. If I can get the right angle for you guys, you can. There is a one or two more here in the back. Right there. There's that one. Now they say wear all corners. Boy, I don't know if that's does that look pretty sharp to you, or is that a wear? Now there is a slight tear right there. That's from the crease, which is a bindery tear. That's what that is. So that's not necessarily, I mean, you can kind of say there's a bit of wear there. Okay, I guess I'll give them that. That I'm trying to there. I don't know, that looks pretty sharp too. Maybe a slight part of that bindery. Look how sharp that is. I don't know what they're looking at there. You tell me. There's I know there's a little bit of there's that little piece that's on the inside page, by the way. That's not on the cover. But is that wear all corners? Okay, how about that one? Is that wear? I think I got gypped. How's that one? That looks pretty right angle to me. And of course that one has the bindery tear on it, that's why. So we've got this upper left corner definitely does have some bindery tear on it, but I call BS on that wear on all corners. Okay, this is why grader's notes are so important, because I still determined that my grade of 9.2 on this should have been an accurate grading based on the number of flaws that's allowed for a 9.2, I believe. That is one for you. You guys decide, okay? Based on what I showed you guys, based on what they have here, I'd love to hear you guys' take on it. What your determination is, whether you think I'm wrong or you think whether CGC is wrong. Which one? Maybe you can weigh in on that and let me know your opinions. Okay. Anyways, let's move on to the next comic. All right, here we go for the next one. This is comic book number. I believe this is number 5. Trying to shake off the last one. It was kind of a big jolt to have to see that low of a grade for my prediction. The difference on that one. So All right, let's see if we can't shake it off and do a little bit better. Here it is. Hopefully we do better because this is a much more anticipated book in the higher grade that I want. Of course, this is Savage She-Hulk #1, first appearance in Origin, and also last Stan Lee story. Boy, I'm kind of a little nervous now because I did predict this is a high grade book. I predict 9.6, okay, on this one. Woo! Hopefully it doesn't let me down as it did the last one. I'm kind of a little daunted now. All right, here we go. My prediction of 9.6. Okay.
Oh my God, yes!
So my 9.6s have been pretty good lately. Yes. All right, 9.6 definitely. That is more of a relief. Again, we're gonna cut back into the CGC graders notes, so stay tuned for that. Okay, if nothing else, CGC is, as they say, consistent on this because the Savage She-Hulk #1, the one I got a 9.6 on. Guess what? Missing graders notes once again. Boy, surprise, surprise, surprise. Alright, so since CGC doesn't want to provide me anything, I'll show you what I found for me to give this a 9.6 as well. So here it is. Okay, so first up, I picked out the miswrap, the obvious miswrap. As you can see, it is pretty even. It does slightly taper off, narrower on the top, little more on the bottom, as you can see. That is that is what I have on there. They don't grade down from that. I mean, of course, that's not going to get a 9.9, right? With this, there is a slight staple tick right there. I mean, I guess you can. I called it that, and then there is one other. The back of this is super clean. There's nothing on the back of this at all. Super tight, and all the corners are sharp. Oh, and there's why the miswrap as well. You can see that there's a little bit of color from, I guess, the next part of the page. The way they cut it, it was cut from the factory. That's why you can see that. Okay. That's why the miswrap is bigger on this side. So that's what I had, as well as ever so slight. I don't know if you can see, there's right there, right near that point. If anything, that could be that could construe a tick with a color break. So that's what I had. That's why I. They're kind of a question mark because I would have liked to have found out if CGC agreed with my assessment of this or not, but unfortunately we will not find out, not today. So CGC, come on guys, do better. Okay, this is getting tiresome. Okay, because I can't share with you any more than that. Hopefully that's what they found, but again, just a guess from my part. Moving on. All right, so we are down to the second last book, and that book is Marvel Spotlight #32. You can kind of see where some of my prediction really lies, right? Definitely, I am leaning towards the fact that I believe Marvel and Disney, the MCU, is going to be putting more female represented characters on screen. I'm predicting 8.0 for the grade on this book. As you can see, it looks pretty nice. Let's see if CGC takes the same. Here we go. 7.5. No! Okay, half a grade. One grade lower. All right, so that's I'm almost half for half. I'm almost 50-50 on my predictions here. So I guess that's not too bad. We're going to go to the graders' notes and let's see what they say about it now. I am happy to report that on my Marvel Spotlight 32, we do have graders' notes.
You complete me.
Hooray, hooray. All right, thank you for small favors. Let's look at the grader's notes for this. We've got 2 lines of it. It says crease right bottom of front cover breaks color. Okay, and then spine stress lines breaks color. Okay, so that seems like a very light amount of notes for a 7.5. Okay, because I had more. Now, if CGC is finding that these 2 things are the only thing that constitutes 7.5, my God. Okay, let's start with the spine stresses. We've already determined that yes, there's quite a bit of that here, but even these does not constitute 7.5 because they are not long. They are not like a 1/4 inch to a 1/2 inch long. They're just they're within like 1/8 of an inch, right? The back does not even, there's only like 1 or 2 in the back. As you can see, there's another one there. Okay, so now this crease right bottom of front cover that breaks color, bottom of, I take it that's there. Okay, now I do have something I put there was, it's rough. I put down that it's a bit rough down here, but I don't have that. So that's all they have. So I did have this, and okay, so we agree on that. But take a look at this. There is a slight blunting right there. Okay, now that also is rubbing a little bit of the color. So I had that written down, and also let me see, on the rear, this one, lower left edge chip, take a look at that one. There's a slight imperfection right there. That is from the factory. What the factory uses to pull the pages along to the next one. Usually that comes with a secondary one here, but this one didn't catch it. So but that one definitely is there for that. Okay. What else did I have? And also I said that there was ever so slight tanning on the page. Maybe I was just a little harsh on it. I put down that there was some tanning. I don't know if I figured that this is a little bit of discoloration or not. Right there, I had something like that marked down, or maybe it's just a staining. So either way, this is of course the major part of it, and that chip, but that's not even mentioned on the grader's notes, and of course the light blunting there. So again, I'm not gonna worry about the 7.5 on this. It's not that big of a deal between the discrepancy of the grades, but want to know what you guys think. If you agree with the assessment of CGC, just to put that much notes on it and that's enough, or should they actually put down everything that they find on the book? So we'll leave that up to you. Maybe you can let me know what your feelings is on that. All right, so let's go on to the very last book we have. Okay, last but not least, the final book in my submission is, there it is, NYX number 3. This is, of course, first appearance of X-23. Now she has been introduced already in Wolverine, in Logan, sorry, the movie, an awesome character. Now, not a 9/8 copy, definitely. I'm not that arrogant. but I do believe this is high enough to be a 9.4. Okay, so I've got 4 correct and 3 that is not. So let's see if we can stay ahead of the game here and see if we can get a 9.4. Here we go. 9.6.
Son of a gun, you're blowing my mind!
All right, well, that's one on the upside finally. Whoa, all right, so thank God. Whoa, that's not bad. We will see if CGC says anything about that. So we'll cut to that now. All right, for the last book, of course, we have the NYX number 3, 9.6, and lo and behold, as you can see, once again, the graders note where the graders notes are. It is
No! 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 No!
I'm not bothering covering up anymore because by this point you've already seen all the grades. Okay, so now if you can, I'm sorry, but if you can hear the disappointment in my voice, because I am very, very disappointed in the fact that CGC does not provide any grades for these high grades at all, even though there's definitely faults in them. And also it makes for a very kind of bland video for me to give you guys because I have nothing to share with you. So all I can share with you is what I found on this book. Let's do that right now. Let's see. Okay, so this is the NYX number 3, of course, 9.6. It's awesome. I did have 2 spine ticks on this. There's one right there. That one is the most obvious. That one, and that one I believe breaks color. And there's another one on the top right there, ever so slight. And then there was one other one lower right on the rear. Oh, here, actually it's lower left. I don't know if you can see that. There is a slight color loss right there. That's why I graded this a little bit lower, okay? Because there was 3 items. Now, if CGC only saw this one or only saw that, we will never know. Sorry I couldn't share with you any more with the graders notes. I wish I could, but that's all we have for you today on that. So that's my unboxing video, guys. Let me know what you think as well, guys. I also want to give a shout out to all my subscribers, guys. Thank you very much for tuning into my channel, and also for anybody who hasn't already, make sure you subscribe to my channel, please. If you like the content, if you like what you're seeing and you enjoy it, please hit that like button as well. And the notification bell definitely helps so that you can be notified when I make my next video. And then I'll try to put different contents together for you guys. Let me know what you think of that. But definitely it allows me to, to do more of these and then keep it going for you guys. And I appreciate everybody that takes the time to watch the videos and also leave a message as well. And I try to get back and answer every one of them, whether you agree with my point of view or not. I just love the discussion, and especially the fact that you guys are very knowledgeable and also very courteous in your comments. Even if you don't agree with me, those are very appreciated. Thank you very much for that. So let me know what you think, guys, of this, of the CGC, the graders notes, all that kind of stuff, which books you like, and what your thoughts are on that. So until next time, guys, I will see you later. Bye-bye for now.